This video is going to teach you how to take a business that's dying and get it back on the green line, and a business that's stalling and get it back up above and beyond where it should be. Your business profits are either exactly the same as they were last year, they're on the way down and you're making less than you were, or they're growing at the speed of knots. If you're on the red line, it's very important that we go through what might be wrong. Number one, you might have issues in your personal life that are distracting you. Number two, you might have fallen out of love with your business. Number three, your market might be going through a complete correction. We're gonna fix that. If you're on the blue line and your revenue is staying the same, you might be going through personal issues. Your market might be going through a correction. Or three, you essentially aren't marketing and selling hard enough. Or you might have the wrong team in the wrong seats. All of these factors come into play. So let's get stuck in with a series of moves that you can make to ensure that you stay on the green line this year. It's important to understand that a business is built up of 5 core engines, and all of these engines work together to ensure that you make profit, to ensure that you have peace of mind, freedom, and ultimately authority in your space. If any one of these engines is wrong, you are going to feel it throughout your entire business. Now, the big lesson that I want to share with you is that you have to identify which engine is off and focus your intentions and actions on fixing that particular area before you do anything else. So you fix one thing, then you move on to the next thing and the next thing. The problem is that most entrepreneurs don't know what to focus on and fix. And the only thing that they do is just focusing on more leads, more sales. That is not always the answer. So let's break this down. The first area that you need to look at is your own operating system. That means that you need to be crystal clear on what you want from your business. You need to be crystal clear on the value that you provide the marketplace. So here's a really simple question for you. Number one, what do you want your business to give you? Like, describe what you're optimizing for. What are you building for? Like, genuinely, what do you want? Take a moment to answer that. The second question is, what value do you create for the marketplace above and beyond every other option? What is that answer? Those two things will get you very, very clear on one, what you're using your business for, and two, how you're going to get that life by creating value in the marketplace. That's the only way to do it. And you're going to be in one of 3 scenarios. Number one, you're going to be clear on both of those answers. Number two, you're going to kind of be maybe clear on one, but not clear on the other. Or number three, you're not going to have a clue. Lo and behold, that is one of the reasons why your business is struggling, because if you, as the leader of the business, don't know what you're actually optimizing for or how you're creating value for your market, then your customers are going to sense it through your marketing, your team are going to sense it, and ultimately you're going to end up building a faulty engine that the marketing, the sales, the customer success, and the team are built upon. So let's get the foundation working first. Answer those 2 questions, and that will provide us clarity to then move to the next level, which is epic customer success. Your product, your service, the value that you provide the marketplace is actually the main foundation that everything is built on after that. The sales, the team, literally everything. If the product or service isn't providing value or results quick enough, then guess what? Customers are going to churn, customers are going to complain, customers are going to ask for refunds, and all that marketing and sales and team effort that you're taking on is ultimately going to be wasted because it's all being leaked through a shitty product. A shitty product is one of the quickest ways to go out of business. While you can have great intentions about what you want your business to give you, your dream holiday home, your dream cars, the money that you want to have in the bank, the investments that you want to have, and how you're going to pretend to provide value to the marketplace, that can get you going, but if you actually can't back up what you say, then people are going to get very skeptical and ultimately send the email asking for a refund, canceling and telling everyone else about it online. And trust me, nowadays, word spreads faster than ever. So if your product and service isn't fully delivering on what you promise, then there's a big problem there. Here's 3 quick things you can do to make sure that your product and service is delivering at the highest level and is outpacing, outselling, outserving your competitors. Number 1, go and identify the customers that have spent the most amount of money with you and ask them what's great and what sucks. That feedback alone will allow you to improve the core of your offer, your service, your product, and everything that you do so that it supports your best customers. If you go to your Stripe, your payment gateway, your bank balance, go and find out who has paid you the most. These people love you, and you want more people like that in your business. And the lifetime value of what they've spent with you is a reflection of the trust they have in you. Build the business around those people. That's how you're gonna be happy, profitable, and build something that actually lasts. And their feedback is crucial. Go and find 3 of them and go and interview them this week. Put a deadline in your diary. Number 2 is go and look at your top 3 competitors and ask yourself, what do they have that we don't? And review how you can integrate that into your business and actually start telling people about it. Not only is that going to help support your current customers win faster, but it's also going to ensure that you stay relevant in the marketplace by keeping up with trends and novelties. And here's the truth. Even your current customers, as well as customers that haven't yet bought from you, is they love novelty. They love brand new. Even your current customers think that they're getting extra value when you add new features or perks or services or essential solutions to their problems inside your current vehicle. Number 3, go and revisit the stuff that you haven't updated in a while, whether it's onboarding, whether it's customer success, whether it's team training. You know, the worst words in business are, this is the way that we've always done it. Find the stuff that lines up with that. What is the stuff that you haven't changed because that's just the way we've always done it? And ask yourself, what do we need to start? What do we need to stop? What do we need to keep in respect to that question? And you'll find that the marketplace has moved on from when you first created a system or a process to help your customers win. And you might find that something's too complicated, too long, too much hassle. One of the most prime examples is if you run any kind of onboarding and you've got a series of instructions in there or action steps, most people's onboarding is way too long. So if you've got a video at 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or an instruction guide that's 10 or 5 pages, can you shorten it down? Can you make it digestible in 3 minutes? Utilizing the likes of AI right now, you can plug that in, all of that information, and you can say, hey, can you please condense this down and add in this, and make sure that it's no longer than a page. And please use language that is super easy to understand. The next area of your business that you need to look at is your team and your systems. You want an unparalleled team ownership and systems around your business because it creates leverage. If you've got the wrong team members in the wrong seats, guess what's going to happen? It's going to cost you money, and it's going to cost you customers, and it's going to cost you stress. That's all going to spill back into your operating system that then feeds up the chain and affects the product, affects the rest of the team, affects the marketing, affects the sales, and everything else. So here's a really beautiful exercise. Go and list down all of your team members right now. Go and list down all of the money that you're paying them and put them into one of 3 boxes. Number 1, they're doing all the wrong things. They're making mistakes and stressing you out. So red. Second box, they're ticking boxes. They're doing as they're bid. They're just getting by. Take them with a blue. Or they're absolutely crushing the business right now. They are bringing ideas, they are bringing execution, they're going above and beyond, and they are literally an asset. If you lost them, you'd be in trouble. Tick them with a black. The people on red and the people on blue require a conversation. Let's start with the blues. Express, here's what's working well, here's what's not working well, here's the 3 lenses of how I look at team members. You're either doing all the wrong stuff, ticking boxes, or going above and beyond to grow. As it currently stands, you're ticking boxes. I'd love to know how you plan to create value for the business in the next 30 days. 24 hours, come back, give me an answer. Work through it with them, set some deadlines. If somebody's red, it's down to your personal discretion as to whether or not you start looking for a replacement in the back end before you have the conversation, or you give them a similar chance to that of the individual that ticked blue. Beautiful exercise that will really free up a lot of stress, a lot of sunk money, and help you win. Because you want to ensure that you get the right people in the right seats, because when you do, you're essentially leveraging your decisions into hundreds, if not thousands of man hours of output. So whenever you run a business just by yourself, You make decisions one by one, minute by minute, hour by hour. Whenever you give somebody else the ability to make a decision, they can make decisions for you and create actions outside of you while you sleep, while you're on holiday. So ensuring that that team is absolutely functioning at the highest level is crucial. And again, that is all backed by the founder being clear on what they want from their life and the founder being clear on how they create value for the marketplace. If you're clear on how you create value for the marketplace, you're going to have an amazing product, and the team and the systems are the ones that actually make sure that that happens. And if you're not clear on the value, you're not clear on what you want with your life, then that's all going to be filtered up. In terms of systems and processes, these are essentially action steps of how you do things in your business so that people don't need to figure it out or ask the question, what do I do now? Really simple exercise. Go through your WhatsApp, go through your Slack, go through your email and find out all the stuff that you've been asked recently. What do I do when? By team members. And create a 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 step process with a clear overview of here's what success looks like with this particular thing, here's the action steps, and here's common asked questions. Create it simply, give it to your team members that asked the question in the first place so that they know exactly what to do, or get your leaders to share it. That will bring significant leverage and freedom and peace of mind back into your business. Super, super simple. Just get to it. The next area that you need to look at is profitable monetization. This is basically sales and pricing. Here's the truth. Why have I not talked about leads? I've not talked about leads because if you get 10 sales opportunity in the door or into your calendar or whatever vehicle you use to create a sales opportunity or conversation, if you're only converting 30% of them, 3 out of 10, it would make sense to spend time developing your sales skills, developing your sales process, or reviewing the offer and value creation that you provide for the market. Because if you can get from 3 to 5 to 6 out of 10, that is a significant bump in the amount of cash that you're going to collect immediately, but also a significant bump in the amount of revenue that you're going to generate over the course of a lifetime of that customer being with you. Never mind the social proof of using their results if they let you, or telling their friends about you. So this is a really key piece of the business to fix. So, like I said, I could share 101 things with you, but I want to just give you the no-nonsense stuff that you can implement today. I don't want to overwhelm you. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, you should be, because these insights will grow your business. No question about it. And zoning in on one channel and absorbing everything here is exactly what you need to do. But more importantly, executing it. Pre-warning, all of the stuff that I'm sharing with you is from grounded experience in the trenches. It means absolutely nothing if you just watch it. Actually getting clear on what to focus on and sit down and implement it and put a deadline to it and stay accountable is the only way to win. Consuming this video is only like 20% of the equation. So let's get back to it. You've got to figure out, right, who's doing the selling? When was the last time that they were trained in sales? Do they need sales training? If they haven't been trained in sales, or you haven't reviewed any of their sales calls, any of the conversations, then there's a chance that you're missing out on data as to who is selling my stuff. Because the person that's selling your stuff is ultimately the person that controls the money in and out of the business. Now, if that's you, you've got to look at, hey, do I lack any confidence in sales? Have I reviewed my own sales calls? Have I had them peer reviewed? Have I sent them to somebody that really understands sales and asked me for feedback? Heck, if you even take your transcript, totally take it down, strip it down, put it into ChatGPT and go, hey, can you please review this sales script in the mindset of Phil Graham and tell me what he would advise me to do? You will get ideas. And it's those ideas that actually could shift sales into your bottom line. So get very, very clear on who's doing sales, when are they being trained, how are they being reviewed, and what is their progress and development plan. That is absolutely crucial because customers change, their mindsets change, there's more options in the marketplace, and you need to weaponize your sales team to be able to help close deals. Now, on top of that, we also look at sales process. So when somebody inquires, what are they sent beforehand? Are they sent information that deals with pre-handle objections? Don't have money, don't have time, too stressful, not for me. Doesn't work for me, doesn't work for me in my circumstances, limiting beliefs. What does that look like? Have you even got one? That needs built out. And again, get clear on the point where somebody becomes a lead. When they book in for a sales appointment or consultation, what are they given in the meantime? Go and create 3 emails. Go and create 3 videos that you can send them around. Here's clients that we work with. They thought about this, they worried about this, they worried about that. Here's what we did. Keep it super simple. That will increase your sales. If you build that process and you employ it into your business,
If it even brings in 10, 20 extra sales a year above and beyond where you're at right now, you're going to grow way faster. Again, think of referrals, think about lifetime value, think about all of those little elements that swing big doors. The next thing is lead generation. Now, I talk about lead generation as positioning and reputation. And the more positioned you are, i.e. the more respected you are, the greater your reputation, the greater demand you're going to have, and the higher prices you can charge. So, if you look through your marketing, compare it to your top 3 competitors, compare it to the person that's the busiest in the game. What is different? Write a list of stuff down. It's going to hurt. And ask yourself, how can you start integrating this? Most people that are marketing their small, medium enterprise business are scared of being seen. They're scared of creating content, putting it out there, and it looking stupid, or them sounding stupid. And they're worried about, how do my hair looks? Like, I'm worried about somebody judging my content. You've got to let go of that. You have an ethical and moral responsibility to market yourself on social media, online, if you have a product or service that can help people, and if it fulfills a need. If you're not doing that, and you're more concerned with feeling, looking stupid, then you're never going to win. It requires courage. So that is the first thing, is about getting your mind right. The second thing is being comfortably, humbly bragging about why you are the best. Why should I do business with you? Answer that question. Why should I do business with you versus your #1 competitor? The worst word in marketing is assumption. You're assuming people are going to know this stuff. They're not. So tell them why they should do business with you. How many success stories have you had? How much time have you been in the industry? What separates you from everyone else? What do you promise to keep that other competitors that you know of that are in your trade, what are they doing? And talk about the differentiation. Where are your customers hanging out? Are you making a point of creating content in those areas? Your customers might not be on Instagram. Your customers might not be on LinkedIn. Your customers might not be on social media. They might be hanging out in a local community hall. Where are they hanging out? Find where your audience hangs out, get in front of them, and create value. You create value by showing them before and afters of what you've done, by talking about your experience, by talking about the top 5 to 10 problems that your audience or customers have and how you solve it differently. Like that's marketing. Top 10 problems of your market, and constantly iterate your content around those areas. So the real question is, what are you talking about that's no longer relevant? What are you sharing that you know you need to share, but you are too scared to share it? Is your marketing being positioned in the right place? What is the energy behind your marketing? Like, go and watch your videos on silent. Go and send your social media account to one of your best customers and ask them to rip it apart. Go and share it with somebody that knows what they're talking about with social media and get feedback on what you need to improve. There's 101 things I could talk about with advertising, about running ads and what types of content to post, but that is at least a start to give you traction. Where could you be spending money with paid advertising is another question. And if you're going to pay for advertising, where do I advertise? Where do your customers hang out? Go and look at your last 50 sales that you made. Go and ask them, hey, can you please tell me, how did you hear about us? Go and create a breakdown. Where did the majority of people come? That's where you need to focus your efforts on. And if it's word of mouth and if it's word of referrals, then one thing that you need to do is actually train your best customers on how to refer. Nobody does that. Like, nobody does that. Most business owners make the big mistake of asking for a referral by saying, hey, can you send me any referrals, or can you tell more people about us? Do you know what that does? Inside the head of a customer, they go, oh, I know so many people, where do I even start? So you sort it for them. You tell them, hey, we're looking for more customers like you that want a thing like this, results like that, similar challenges to you, and have a budget just like you. Do you know of anyone? Think about them. Come back in 24 hours. Circle back. Have you thought about anybody? No, not yet. Okay, cool. Have you got clarity on who you're looking for? Okay, I'd love you to send me somebody in the next 7 to 14 days. And every single time that you're liaising with that customer, you ask that question. It's in the back of your mind, or it's in your team's mind, and you build a process around it. Anyway, I have shared with you a bunch of core moves that will grow your business. Again, these YouTube videos are absolutely useless because they're just information. And I'm going to say that about my own channel. What makes them incredibly useful, in fact, life-altering, is whenever you implement them. And that's why I want to invite you to the first ever business and personal growth event that I have run outside of the fitness space. It's called Expansion. It's on the 5th of September 2025 in Belfast, and I would love to spend the full day with you. This is the first time that I've ever created anything outside of the fitness industry. As many of you know, I totally disrupted the fitness industry. I took coaches, personal trainers, therapists, and turned them into fitness entrepreneurs. Legit 6- and 7-figure fitness entrepreneurs from making absolutely nothing. I taught them everything about business, I give them the processes, the systems, and if I can do that in an industry where it's undervalued, oversaturated, underpaid, and under-respected, then I can do that in any industry because all businesses are built from the same machines and DNA that I've just shared. Your operating system as a founder, how you think and make decisions, your customer success, loyalty, and retention, your team systems and culture, the way that you monetize the people that consume your content and sell them, and how you drive market positioning and reputation to generate leads and eyeballs. All 5 of those areas apply to every business. And I've done that in a very tricky industry. And I've built my own business that, well, I'm not here to tell you how many millions I've made, the fact that I've retired my wife, I've put myself in a position to live life on my own terms by my early 30s. You don't need to hear any of that. Or about my global documentary called Fitterpreneur on Amazon Prime. If you haven't watched it already, please do. I know a thing or two about building a business to not only 10x my bottom line, but 10x the quality of my life. And it's built up of all of those areas. If one of those areas is off, you're screwed. If you go and focus on one of those areas, like just learning marketing, what about all the rest? What about your mindset, your vision? What about your team, your culture? What about your sales processes, how you sell, your pricing, your offers? What about your customer success? You see, most business owners focus on the wrong things. And the layers that I've just given you are actually the main foundation up of how you build something that lasts. And I am a firm believer in building a business into an asset that fuels an incredible life. So 5th of September, expansion, full day on me. Link is in the show notes. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. If you come along and you don't get value, I will give you your money back, but we can sit down and eyeball each other, solve your problems. You can be in a room with other founders and entrepreneurs that want more profit, more authority, and more freedom in their lives, and they want to use their business to not only just 10x their wealth, but 10x the quality of their life. And this whole event is engineered around execution. It's not engineered around theory, it's not engineered around wishy-washy mindset. You're going to work way harder than me. This is the event that you come to get serious shit done, map out 90 days of money-making goals and business growth moves, and actually meet people that ultimately can fuel your business. No matter what industry that you're in, no matter what level of experience that you're in, the event is fully catered around your biggest challenges. In fact, the entire day is built around your challenges. It is compulsory that you put these in before you come to the event so that I build the material around it. I would love you to come. It's an opportunity to create massive value, connect with amazing people, and most importantly, step away from all the information online and finally distill it down into action. Link is in the show notes. See you there.